Hi guys, welcome to CAT 2025 VRC PYQs. My name is Abhilasha and we'll be starting just in a minute when we have a couple of people in the class. Today's class, of course, is for the month of December. We will be having the VRC classes on Sunday also. So there will be 3 days of class. I am taking on Friday and Sunday, and Savitri ma'am, of course, is taking on Saturday. So you will have regular classes every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I hope that is good for you. Um, if I'm audible and visible, can you give me a quick yes or no so I know? If I'm audible on my own phone, I've checked. Yes, I am audible and visible. Wonderful. All right. So, another request, please remember to uh, share the session with your friends and family in your Telegram groups. Also, hit the like button so that we get those likes. Very elusive, but much required. And also, I hope you have subscribed to our session, because if you haven't subscribed till now, then you will not be able to access the chat box, and the ability to send messages is so important, right? So therefore, please try and see if you can share, like, and subscribe. Also, if you can hit the bell icon, that will be wonderful, because once you have done that, you will get reminders for next sessions, and which is a good thing, right? All right, give me a yes if you can see me, hear me, and you have hit the like button. Quickly, I can see some people have joined in. Good to have all of you guys. My name is Abhilasha, and I'll be taking up the VRC PYQs. I think this is session 16. And yeah, today I've got a lot of very wonderful PYQs from different examinations. We'll try and cover these PYQs. In the last session, of course, I had spoken to you about the various exams and how we should be preparing, and my experiences in whatever exams I have written. We will have more such sessions where we'll talk about different exams and what are my experiences, because of course I'm writing a lot of the exams. So this time again, I'll be writing Snap, Zat, my cat. So I will give you my feedback on those. I have asked you to read something from you. And guys, what I'm going to institute is, in every class, we will start off by doing some vocabulary, and we will also do some amount of, I will assign some reading to you. Okay, so these are two things that I am planning to institute in every class, that we'll cover a few words and I will assign some reading to you so that you can start reading every single day. Because that's, you have to understand that reading is very important for CAT. If we are not reading enough, then we'll not be able to handle the exam. So therefore, for CAT 25, we will do a bit of vocabulary and reading from now onwards. All right, so let me quickly take you through some stuff that I wanted to share with you, a couple of words, and then we will discuss everything else. Okay, so my first word for today is amiable. Of course, the word amiable means friendly. We know that the root for amiable is am or ami, which mean friendship or love. Okay, and therefore wherever you find this word am or ami, you know it is related to friendship and love. So you have words like amiable, you have words like amicable, which is a friendly situation. You have mon ami, which means my love, right? You have ameliorate, which means to improve a situation or make something better than it is, right? So of course, all of these lovely words, amicable, mon ami, ameliorate, amorous, Again, another word, not amorphous, but amorous. Again, someone who's interested in the physical side of love, of course. So all of these words coming from the same root word of ami, which means friendship and love. Of course, and I'm sure all of you have heard of the word amity, which also means friendship, right? So here you are. We have discussed, I think, 5 words together, all related to friendship. All right, let's, now that we are, a few of us are here, we can start the session. I will take you to the questions that I've brought for you. All right, number 2. In the previous class, I had assigned one article to you from Aeon Essay. So what I'm going to do is today, I'm going to suggest that you read one article, the top article from Aeon Ideas. Okay, whatever is the minute you open Aeon Ideas, the first article that is there, read that. Okay, whatever that article is, you can read that, the first article. Okay, the first one. So that's going to be your task for this week. Vocabulary and Aeon Ideas, one article. Let's get started. I hope you've all hit the like button. Here we are, lots of questions, very good ones. So let's do this. Okay, so which of the following options best captures the relationship similar to inspect is to vivisect? Take a look. I've got my 5 options: inquire and observe, inquire and explore, investigate and interrogate, query and survey, and question and respond. Take a moment and tell me which of these will be the correct answer. You've got 2 minutes. Yeah, guys, I'm waiting for your answers. Come on, all of you. You can give this answer to me in the chat box. What is inspect? Now, this is an analogy. Remember, ZAT gives you questions like this very often. So, inspect and vivisect. What is the relationship? Inspect is to look at something. Okay. And vivisect means to analyze it, to look very deeply into it. Okay. So, look deeply and analyze. So, the correct answer here is going to be, let me see if any of you have given an answer. Come on, guys, very quickly. Let me see if you can give me an answer. Inquire and observe. Inquire is to ask about something. Observe is to see. So these do not have the same relationship. I'm looking at a relationship of degrees, right? So this is not correct. Inquire to find out, and explore is to go very deep into it. So this can be an answer. Investigate is to find out. Interrogate is to ask someone. Okay, so not this one. Again, the degrees have to be there. Okay, I've got one answer from Samrat, but not the correct answer. Query and survey. Query is to ask about something. Survey is to find out. Again, not the sense of deepness. And question and respond. This is, of course, question and answer. So the correct answer here is inquire and explore. I hope you got that. All right, the next question, here we are. These are very interesting questions, all from ZAT past year questions. Now, ZAT is an exam that is very important, right next to CAT. It is akin to CAT in level of difficulty, the style of exam, as similar. But of course, questions are different because the pattern of ZAT is a little different from CAT. All right, let's take a look. Which of the following options best captures all the italicized words above? Now, what were these italicized words? Knavery, skullduggery, cheating, betrayal, unfairness, crimes, sneakiness, malingering, cutting corner, immorality, dishonest behavioral, betrayal, graft, wickedness, and sin. For some reason, I think I have just give me 1 second. I don't know why I was getting the feeling that my laptop is not switched on and it is not charging for some reason. All right, guys, give me an answer. Yes, I'm waiting for your answers, guys. I'm waiting for the next question. All right, the correct here answer here, guys, is going to be uh, deviant behavior. Now, please understand aggressive, not all these behaviors are aggressive. Illegal, some of them are illegal. For example, graft is illegal, but not the others. Banned behavior, some of them are banned, some of them are not, so therefore not banned. Vetoed behavior, something that are vetoed by others, but again, this is not that all of them. But all these behaviors are definitely deviant behavior. They are aberrations, they are behavior which are off normal or abnormal, right? So therefore the correct answer, what a beautiful vocabulary question, and how beautifully the ZAT people have made this question. All right, so deviant behavior. Let's go to the next one. Okay, which one of the following, if true, will best reinforce the author's view? So you're trying to say that the author's view is right, and we are looking for the correct answer. I'm going to give you a minute to solve this question. Oh, the mic was muted. Okay, it says this season will pass. That means it will finish. The Prime Minister may not win the Lok Sabha elections, or she may. We don't know. She may not continue as Prime Minister, or she may. We don't know. The country will survive whatever the texture of politics in this decade or the next. So, author is saying that the country will survive despite whatever happens. So we have to say something in the same line. So the first one, the survival of any prime minister is dependent on the country's economic growth. Well, how did the economic growth come into this? This will not really strengthen it, right? So I'll eliminate option one. The country has a vibrant young working population. If the country has a vibrant young working population, does that necessarily mean that this season will pass and that the country will survive? Not really. And this is not strengthening it. The survival of a country depends on a dynamic, growth oriented prime minister, not the texture of politics. So, this is going against what the passage is saying, right? So exact opposite. So this will weaken the author's view, not strengthen it. The previous season had also witnessed similar political uncertainty. If the previous season had also witnessed similar political uncertainty and the country has survived, then it will also survive this season, isn't it? So therefore, supporting evidence. And what a beautiful evidence. If last year also this has happened and everything is still okay, then this time also it'll be okay. So that's supporting evidence. So D should be a good choice of answer. The survival of the prime minister is dependent on the political texture. Now, see, this is not something that strengthens the passage. It's as if the survival is dependent. So there is a causal relationship that is being presented here, but we really don't care, because again, this will not strengthen the idea that the country will survive whatever happens. Always remember, whenever you have questions like this, the conclusion of the author is what you are reinforcing. And this statement, or the first one, which is actually a reiteration, these two statements have to be strengthened or supported by whatever you are trying to say. So to strengthen, there can be two things. One, you can either paraphrase the statement or you can find supporting evidence. So in which case, in this question, we have found some supporting evidence in the form of statement number D. Therefore, that is your correct answer. All right, let's look at the next one. Question. Consider two related statements. Statement number one says offices and positions for the marginalized section should be open to those with greater savings among them. And statement 2 says offices and positions must be open to everyone based on the principle of fair opportunity. Which of the following is true? Statement 1 assumes that marginalized sections are incapable of saving. Statement 2 assumes that all citizens are equally exposed to all opportunities. Statement 2 contradicts meritocracy. Statement 2 assumes that all citizens are equally intelligent. And statement 1 assumes that marginalized sections always depend on subsidies. Okay, take a look at this question and tell me what the correct answer is going to be. I'll wait for a moment for your answers. Waiting for your answer. Let's see who's able to give me which answer. I'm checking in my phone itself. All right, the correct answer here has to be option number 4. Because statement 2 assumes that all citizens are equally intelligent, and that is why the positions which are open to everyone based on the principle of fair opportunity can be used. If people are unequally intelligent, then they'll not be able to fit. So statement 2 does assume that, so the correct answer should be D. Not that statement 1 assumes that marginalized sections are incapable of saving. No, he says those who are having greater savings, open up the positions for them. So they're incapable, we cannot say. That option number 2 says all citizens are equally exposed to all opportunities. We don't know that they're exposed to all opportunities. He's saying that it must be open. So does he assume that they are all equally exposed? No, he says we must make them exposed. Statement 2 contradicts meritocracy. It doesn't say that. It says based on the principle of fair opportunity. So if you have certain quality, you get that. And statement 1 assumes that the marginalized sections always depend on subsidies. Well, this is an extreme option, so therefore not correct. So the correct answer is going to be option number D. I hope you got that. No, the correct answer here is marked incorrectly. This is the correct answer. All right. What is the correct pronunciation of the word SOBRIQUET? Is it sohbruke? Is it subrika? Is it sobriquet? Is it subrikat? Is it sobriquat? Oh my goodness. What is the correct pronunciation? Guys, quickly tell me. Sometimes you come up with such options. My goodness. The correct answer here, guys, is the correct pronunciation of this word is sobriquet. Okay, sobriquet. So therefore, option number 1 is the correct answer. The T is silent. Therefore, options C, D, and E were directly to be eliminated. And the first, it's not sub, it is so. Sobriquet. Okay, so therefore, 2B was also incorrect. The correct answer was A. All right, let's look at the next question. What a lovely question. So, from the passage above, choose the correct option. There are different conclusions that are given to us. We have to identify which one is correct. I'm going to open up this page so you can read. I'm going to remove myself from the screen, read for a moment, and then I'll bring myself back. I'm sorry, the text was a little large, so I've tried to reduce it and make it smaller in size so that you are able to view it. All right, so the question here says, in the recent past, Indian football team has lost most of the matches in international football tournaments. Okay. The most successful coaches are from Latin American countries. In most of the Latin American countries, football is more popular sport than cricket. So it can be definitely concluded that in India, cricket is more popular than football. We don't know if in India more cricket is more popular. It can be definitely concluded that most Latin American countries are successful. We don't know if most of them are successful. So I'll eliminate option number B also. It can be definitely concluded that in recent past, coaches of Indian football team are not from Latin America. Incorrect. Okay. Uh, it can be definitely concluded that European football coaches are less successful than their Latin American counterparts for Indian national team. Well, we don't know if the European football coaches are less successful. It cannot be definitely concluded that the more popular a sport, the better the chance of producing a successful coach in that sport. We cannot definitely conclude this. This is correct. Absolutely. You have got it right, guys. So, yes, perfect. All right, very good. Let's go to the next question. The first and the last sentences of a paragraph are numbered 1 to 6, 1 and 6. 1 is the first one, 6 is the last one. And in between PQRS are given below. They are jumbled up. You have to unjumble them and then choose the answer accordingly. So I'm going to remove myself from the screen. Take a moment. All right, we'll take a look at this question, everyone. Okay, so it says, suppose I know someone, Smith. Okay. One day, statement pieces up. One day you come to me and say Smith is in Cambridge. I inquire and find you stood at Guildhall and saw at the other end a man and said that was Smith. I'd say, listen, that this isn't sufficient evidence. I've heard that he has been killed in a battle in this war. Okay. So the story is this person won. So one day you come to me and say that Smith is in Cambridge. I inquire and find you stood at Guildhall and saw one man and said that was Smith. And then I would say, listen, this isn't sufficient evidence. So P, Q, and R, which is this conversation between these two men, is a mandatory pair. Okay, now let's eliminate options which don't have PQR. I've got PQR. I don't have PQR. I have PRQ. No. I have QRP. And the last option, I have QPS, whatever. So there's only one option which has PQR, and therefore this is the correct answer. Okay. So 1SPQR, and that's your answer. I hope you got that. Okay. The correct answer 1SPQR6. All right. Here's the second one. Again, the first one is given, the last one is given, and you have to identify the sequence. So again, I'm going to give you a minute to read and solve. All right, let's take a look at this question. So this one says the word symmetry is used here with a special meaning and therefore needs to be defined. For instance, so this is an example of something. If we look at a vase that is left and right symmetrical, then turn it 180 degree around the vertical axis, it looks the same. When we have a picture symmetrical, one side is somehow the same as the other side. When is a thing symmetrical? How can we define it? Oh, Professor Harman Vale has given this definition of symmetry. A thing is symmetrical if one can subject it to a certain operation and it appears exactly the same after operation. Oh, that's interesting. So, one thing I'm clear is S and P are a pair. Why? Because S gives you a story and P gives you an example of that. So, this Professor Whale says a thing is symmetrical if you can subject it to a certain operation, it appears the same. And then, for example, if you have a left and right symmetrical vase, turn it, it looks the same. So, SP is a mandatory pair for us. Okay. I'm going to check for SP, SP, PS, eliminate SP. Okay. So I've got three options that I'm considering: option B, option D, and option E. We shall adopt this definition of symmetry in Wales' more general form. And in that form, we shall discuss symmetry of physical laws. So, of course, 6 obviously is the last statement. But now, if you pay attention, statement number 6 talks about we shall adopt this definition of symmetry in Wales' more general form. So, I have a full name here and I have a part name here. They should be together. So, that means SP and 6 should be together. So that means this can be an option and this can be an option. I'm eliminating option E, right? Okay. Also, the passage had to start after sentence 1. The word symmetry is used here with a special meaning and therefore needs to be defined. When is a thing symmetrical? How can we define it? Is an extension of sentence number 1. So we start with sentence number 1 and therefore D is the correct answer to this set. Okay, I hope you got that. Yes. All right, let's look at the next one. Assumptions are analogous to the basic ingredients in a gourmet recipe. There's a similarity between assumptions and ingredients in a recipe. Only the final product of the recipe dictates whether the ingredients suffice. So whatever will come out will tell you if the ingredients were enough, right? Now, which is a similar, analogous means it is similar, okay? Which one of these is similar to the one that's given here? Good wine needs no advertisement. Apple never falls far from the tree. All is well that ends well. As you sow, so shall you reap. And the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Which of these will be the correct answer? You can give me an answer. I'm waiting. Yeah, guys. All right, let's take a look. The correct answer here, guys, is saying that whatever is the ingredient to a certain thing will only be, if it is enough, can only be found once you get the complete product. So that means the complete product will be the proof of the sufficiency of ingredient. So therefore, the best answer will be E, that the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So whatever, if the ingredients are enough, you will come to know once you consume it. D says whatever you're putting in, you are going to get that. So if you put in flowers, you will get flowers. If you put in monkeys, you will get monkeys. So that is not about the proof. All's well that ends well again is not about the proof. It is saying just thank God whatever has happened. And then this says whatever family is similar. And good wine needs no advertisement again is not analogous to our given statement. So the correct answer will be the proof of the pudding is in the eating. All right, the next one. Okay, very beautiful poem I've got here. We'll take a look. Again, I'm going to give you a minute to read and then we will discuss the question. Okay. All right, I assume that you have read it. It's a beautiful poem, very small. That does give you poems like that. So I sought a soul in the sea. So I was looking for something in the sea and found a coral there. So when I was searching for something in the sea, I found a coral in the heart of the sea. Beneath the foam for me, so in the foam, under the foam, he found a coral, an ocean way all laid bare. So he found a coral under the seawater. Into my heart's night, along a narrow way, I groped, and lo, the light and infinite land of day. So he says, I was looking for something in the sea and I found a coral hidden there. Similarly, I started looking into my heart and I found the light. Okay. So what he's saying is, if you look outside, you may not find something. Where will you find everything? Inside. Right? So what is the essence of the poem? What lies outside is always deceptive. No. Always deceptive is one too extreme and too incorrect. Pursue the narrow path and avoid the broad ways. He hasn't said that you must avoid the broad ways. External search is futile. Explore the inner space for answers. Yes, looks good to me. Heart's pathways are broad and clear to find the destination. Well, he was not talking about the destination, by the way. Light offers insight and sight and insight. Again, the passage or the poem was not about light, so therefore not E. So the best answer, guys, here will be option number C. All right, that brings us to the end of today's session, everyone. I hope today's questions were helpful. Like I said, homework will be very clear. Homework is you will read one article from Aeon Ideas, the very first one. Okay. And I will give you a few words after that. Okay. I hope that was good. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. I will see you now on Friday at 1 p.m. and on Sunday at 1 p.m. So we are going to be doing that every week. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.